Well, back out at the Trinity River again. I got a day off a little sooner than I had expected. So I came back out to the oxbow, and on the hike down, I was thinking about what I said last video about material shedding down off the hill and accumulating down at the bottom. So I'm at the bottom of the switchback trail, and looking up, there's a lot of bedrock up at the top and pretty smooth all the way down. And so I was looking at how all of the water would be washing stuff down. You can see all the water streaking, material piling up here. There's a lot of dirty quartz in here, which is, a pleasant sign. All of this material washing down, and then I'm standing on bedrock right here, so the water would come down with all its material. There is kind of a natural dam along here, and you can see right here where that's kind of the natural water course. There's a lot of fines in there, but I'm looking at these rocks that would be trapping material. There's a nice ledge right back there. There's a nice pile of rocks right here with smaller material in there. So I'm gonna dig this up and do a couple of hands and see if my theory is holding true or not. So I already put my rocks back, but I took a test pan from under there, which seemed like a pretty promising spot, and I found about 5 or 6 super micro little specks. So it's possible that it just is too turbulent here, and all of the gold just continues on down out into the main river channel right there. So I do know where I can find some pretty good gold out here. It's a little bit of a hike around the corner, and I am gonna head that way. Well, I'm back at the spot I was working last time, mostly down right there. Nice half-gram, almost half-gram day, but I want to go down there because I know this is super deep all year round, so really very few people ever make it over there. So I have to bushwhack up this little gully here across the top and then back down again. Hopefully there's a safe down climb over there and I won't have to pull the jump from Rambo Cliff or something crazy like that. I wouldn't do that. Anyway, I brought the trusted machete for getting the poison oak out of the way, because yep, it is going to be bushwhacking, and I will let you see what it looks like from the other side. Yep, that's where I was panning last week. Not too bad of a down climb, but yeah, check this out. All right, so super steep, lots of bedrock right there, way up there. There's 3, like a main drainage coming down that way, and then it cuts over this way and ends up right there. So a lot of material washing down there, a lot of material washing down there, all the way over on this side up against the bedrock wall. Another channel coming down, washing down right there. From all of this, it kind of splits one way and the other. So yeah, I'm gonna poke around a little bit. Oh yeah, and when I got over here, so yeah, right up against the river's edge, nice bedrock, like nice flaky bedrock, has that, aimed in the right direction to be natural sluice. And there's a big chunk. You can see like somebody just peeled. All of this has been cracked and cleaned before. Almost impossible to find a spot where you're the first person to ever put a pry bar or a crevice tool on it anymore. But yeah, I'll poke around, pop a couple rocks, see what I can find, but definitely interested in seeing what's coming down off of that extremely steep hillside behind me. All right, well, I tried one pan from over there and got a few little micro specks. I tried a pan coming down there, practically nothing. I tried one pan coming down over there, and it was a lot better, but very micro gold. A lot better speck count, but tiny little stuff. So I'm gonna try going up there to the first shelf where the steep stops and see how that looks, but that is quite a ways to carry a pan down to the river, so unless the return is pretty stellar, I'm probably going to move back to where I was working last week. Yep. I think that's a Canada goose with a whole hatch of babies. I think there's 5 or 6 little babies over there with the mama and the papa. It's zoomed all the way in, so yeah. Nice little nature moment out here on the river. Well, I decided to ditch that spot because I wasn't finding anything good, and I didn't find a good trail up to the bottom of that cliff that I could carry pans of material back down with. So I'm back up the river a little bit to the spot that I had worked last week. There's an old saying, the best place to find gold is where you have found gold before. So I'll probably work this area a little bit. Right up here on the top of those rocks is a bunch more accumulation. Down in there looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna pan around and see which spot shows the most color per pan and work that for a while. All right, changed spots. First pan, back on the gold. I'm liking it, chunkier and higher speck count. Looking good. I'm gonna crush out as many pans as I can here. And yeah, if I find anything stellar, I'll definitely show it to you. Well, I moved from over there because I was getting pretty far back under those rocks and decided to move over here. So up there is the bedrock shelf that I walked in on, and right at the end of it, you can see how the topography would have the water draining this way. You've got these 2 big rocks as dams here, and I started clearing out behind it in here, and let me show you what I got. Definitely best pan of the day so far, biggest flake so far, really good speck count. So for sure going to finish clearing out behind that rock. All right, so it's been a few hours and I've cleaned out a lot under this rock, all the way up in there, all the way over that way. I was gonna go down farther that way, but this bottom, there's a lot of this silty material that carries nothing. And the hole that I thought I was gonna find something nice in ended up just being filled with silt. So I ended up just going back up that way. Got a lot of nice pans out of it today. So yeah, interesting, paying attention to the different layers of materials and which one is holding the gold, and following that and avoiding the areas that don't have any gold in them. But yeah, good day. It's getting late in the afternoon, so I'm gonna pack things up, fill this hole back up with rocks, and head back to the truck. All right, back home from another beautiful day at the river, and got the gold all cleaned up. Let's see what we weigh out at. It definitely looks like it's gonna be one of the better days for me. Wow. Yeah, 0.73. That's almost 3/4 of a gram. That's definitely a personal record for me. Very happy with that spot that I found. Probably gonna go back out there and look around that same area again, because yeah, the gold is good there. All right, enjoy, and I will see you on the next one.